Hello my dear friends, I'm Fiona.
And Ferny.
And Freida.
And today, we're going to reacting to...
What is it, Fiona?
I don't know what to say, but we're going to react to my kitty content farm discussion video.
Wait, my kitty? Who's that?
I really don't know, Freida. I heard there are some people who are frightened by this channel.
I don't know what's wrong with this channel, but can we start the reaction then?
Well, I don't see why not.
Now you're in with the techno set, you're going surfing on the internet.
Alright, let's get to the point here. I found possibly one of the worst content farms of recent time.
Worst content
It's a little
farm?
known channel called My Kitty with
That
over
cat is
15,000
cute.
subs.
I agree,
And their
Freida.
content is some of the worst AI content farm slop I've seen. And when I say bad, I mean obscenely bad.
How bad
This
it-
sort
oh,
of,
oh my
this
gosh.
is so bad,
Why
how
is
could
that
they let
cat
this on
throwing up?
YouTube
I don't
sort
know.
of bad? The videos are usually about these marketable cute cats going on different adventures that the
these two
AI
cats are
sort
so
of,
cute.
creates. And there's images that usually go along with the story that are supposed to represent what's going on too. But they go ahead and take this concept that they've made for themselves and makes them a
Oh
little
my
shit
goodness
possible.
gracious.
Not
I
this.
cannot even begin to describe some of the borderline traumatizing shit that this content farm has made for videos that seem to be targeted for kids. However, I'd be much obliged to show you some of the horrible stuff that I've seen that I feel like would work good as highlights to prove my point.
Well,
Now, one of the main
alright.
things to note about these videos is, yes, as you can clearly tell, they're made using AI.
I kinda
And
don't
yeah,
like
most
AI
of the time
stuff.
it does result in
Me
a
neither,
pretty funny
Freida.
effect in a lot of these. But one of the biggest problems when it comes to this technology is that they can make anything as cute as they want to, and as
Oh, no,
horrifying
no,
as
I
they
don't
no,
want
no,
to
no,
see
no.
that horrible
There's a
stuff.
disturbing amount of times where they want to make these animated cats look scared and distressed with a bunch of tears and a lot of gross stuff coming out of their mouths. But whenever
would you
these
show these
images
to
are
us?
paired with the
We
stories
don't like
themselves,
scary gore
oh
stuff.
boy, it gets even worse.
Oh boy,
One of the
I
first
see
ones
where
to
this
bring
is
up
going.
is this story about a meteor crash landing and the alien from
Oh,
that
my
meteor
sparkles.
crawling into a kitten's
A
house.
worm creature.
going
This
into
is
its
so
mouth,
scary.
Implanting
Not in the
it
cat's
in its
mouth.
own stomach and then bursting out of it, attacking the hospital with the mom having to fight it off and then mourn the death of their child. You like it so far?
No,
There's another
we don't
story
like
where
it.
this cat mom acts real nice and happy towards one kid of hers, and then really abusive and mean towards another one because they don't
Oh,
get
man.
good enough grades.
That poor
And
kitten.
they just show a back and forth of how the one kid gets everything and the one doesn't. So he ends up having to study all the time, while she suddenly ends up becoming ill and having to go to the hospital. Her one son now just becoming a gamer Giga Chad.
Wait,
and then
what?
her other
I don't
son
get-
now grown up, discovering her on the street, taking her to the hospital, and then she ends up apologizing, and he's like, no, you were always a good mother, despite the fact that he was abused by her for years. But I'm warning you, none of them come close to what this one did.
Uh-oh.
In this story,
We have to brace
a rich cat
ourselves.
family is having their son play around and go to school, while the mom is being sent to the store to go pick up groceries. However, the father of the family gets rid of the brakes from the car, causing the wife to spin out of control and die on screen with
Oh my
her
flying
in
fairy
a
cake.
car
again.
crash. It turns out that the plan the whole time was for the husband to get rid of the wife so he can continue having his affair with this other cat girl. This new girlfriend ends up being very abusive to the kid, making him cook dinner. She ends up vomiting
Yucky,
it,
dude.
going after him,
Oh,
and
goodness.
genuinely
She's
being
very violent.
physically
I
abusive
want
to
my
him
mommy.
on screen, giving him actual inflictions. Turns out she was doing all of this just so she could steal the dad's money. He gets into a fit of rage, then starts violently abusing the son as well. He calls the police, the SWAT comes in, arrests the dad, and he turns out to be okay in the end. What? These shorts are well accustomed to becoming incredibly violent, incredibly quick. There's literally one where a kid
Oh,
becomes
no.
all
So
bloody and
terrifying.
stuff
I
because
really
of
hate
accidentally
this
going
one.
into a washer. And these don't just pertain to the videos. Oh, no, no, no. Genuine warning for anyone who doesn't like violence. These are real
Goodness me.
thumbnails
Oh
for
gosh.
some of the
Thumbnails are
videos that
very
they've
violent.
uploaded.
Why?
And as
Why
you can
did this
see,
channel
a lot
even
of them
exist?
are very
Why?
graphic for no reason, which doesn't fare well, including the fact that these are supposed to be videos for kids. Hell, half the stuff in these videos feel like they hinge on being genuine body horror. So in the end, what exactly am I trying to say here? What I'm trying to say is I hope YouTube does something about this shit. Because this isn't just the regular content farm crap. This is like disturbing Elsa Gate level crap. And it just makes me incredibly worried about the kids that are possibly gonna be recommended this stuff randomly on YouTube and get traumatized by it. Cause this stuff is not suitable for kids. Not at all. I know this is a bit more of a different video of mine than usual, but I kind of wanted to make it anyway because it felt informative enough.
Oh my gosh. What the F did we just watched?
I don't know, Fiona. This channel has too much blood, gore, violence, and terrible AI art.
Yeah, my kitty has some spooky horror stuff in each video.
Same here, sister. Well you guys, that's our reaction to this. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content that aren't content farm. Now, if you excuse us, we're going to clean our eyes after we saw this.
Yeah, we hope we will never watch that channel again.
Same. But anyways, goodbye guys.